What if the road trip of your dreams turned into a nightmare? On a stretch of highway so empty, no one could hear you scream. In July 2001, one man vanished into the Australian outback. Only one witness lived to tell the story: Australia's Northern Territory, a land of vast deserts, endless roads, and deadly isolation. Peter Falconio, 28, was a British backpacker traveling across Australia. His girlfriend Joanne Lees, 27, was with him. They were on a year-long adventure, documenting their journey through remote regions. On July 14, 2001, the couple was driving along the Stewart Highway near Barrow Creek, over 300 kilometers from the nearest major town. Night was falling. The road was empty. At approximately 7:30 p.m., a white four-wheel drive pulled alongside their camper van. The driver signaled that sparks were coming from the van's exhaust. Concerned, Peter pulled over. As Peter stepped out to inspect the vehicle, Joanne stayed inside. Moments later, she heard a gunshot. Peter screamed, then silence. The man approached the van, threatened Joanne with a gun, and bound her wrists. At some point, Joanne managed to escape into the darkness. Barefoot and terrified, she hid in the bush for nearly 5 hours, listening as the attacker searched for her. Peter Falconio was never seen again. Just before midnight, Joanne flagged down a passing truck. She was in shock, covered in dirt, dehydrated, and barely able to speak. Police were notified immediately. When officers arrived at the scene, Peter was gone. There was blood on the road. The van had been moved. Australia launched one of the largest manhunts in its history. Northern Territory Police, led by Detective Senior Sergeant Colleen Gwynn, began piecing together the timeline. Investigators found blood matching Peter Falconio's DNA, bullet fragments, zip ties similar to those used to restrain Joanne. Multiple witnesses later reported seeing a suspicious white Toyota Land Cruiser in the area. Attention soon turned to Bradley John Murdoch, a drifter with a violent criminal history. Murdoch had prior convictions for assault and was known to travel the outback highways. Forensic testing later linked Murdoch's hair to tape found on Joanne's clothing. Murdoch denied involvement. During questioning, police noted inconsistencies in his timeline. He could not explain his whereabouts that night. Witnesses contradicted his statements. While no body was ever recovered, investigators believed Falconio had been killed and disposed of in the desert, an area spanning thousands of square kilometers. The lack of a body became the defense's strongest argument. In 2005, Bradley Murdoch stood trial for murder and attempted kidnapping. The prosecution relied on DNA evidence, Joanne Lee's eyewitness testimony, witness sightings, Murdoch's violent past. The defense attacked Joanne's credibility, suggesting fabrication. The jury did not agree. Murdoch was convicted and sentenced to life imprisonment, with a minimum of 28 years before parole. Peter Falconio's body has never been found. Where is Peter Falconio? Despite Murdoch's conviction, the absence of remains continues to haunt the case. Joanne Lees later faced intense public scrutiny, much of it unfair. Over time, public opinion shifted, recognizing her survival as an act of extraordinary strength. The case changed how Australia warned travelers about outback dangers. The Stewart Highway still stretches endlessly into the horizon. Cars still pass through Barrow Creek. But somewhere beneath the red Australian earth, the truth about Peter Falconio remains buried, waiting to be found. This story is based on publicly available information and is presented for educational purposes.